This here is video number 2 of the series where we're learning how to build automated workflows using AI using n8n. If you haven't seen the first video, you can probably check it out. There's a link somewhere hovering above, bottom, I don't know. Check it out and come back to this video or start from here. We basically talked about what automation and AI is in the first video. If you're already familiar with that, go ahead and skip it. We're going to use the cloud version to get started because it's the easiest to use. Yes, n8n does have a local version that you can install on your own computer and not have to pay any subscription fees to use it. But this one's easy to get started and you have a 14-day free trial. So really good to get started and learn how the platform works. So to get started, how many times have I said get started? I just said it again. You click on sign in and you get this form. Oh, sorry, no, you don't click on sign in, you click on get started. You click on get started and you see this form. You fill out the information and you start your 14-day free trial. I've already started my 14-day trial, so I'm not going to do it again. You will receive an email to confirm the sign up. Go ahead and do that. I'm already signed in. This is what it looks like. When you're in, this is your dashboard, right? You can create workflows from this side. You can access your admin panel from over here, which is basically where you can manage your subscription, find out what version you're running of n8n and how many days you have left on your free trial. To create a workflow, you basically click this button which says create workflow. Once you're there, you get a canvas where you can add your first step. Now, the first step is what kicks off the automation, the trigger. Let's say this trigger is when an email is received on Gmail, when on message received. Now, this is your trigger. You set it up from over here. You need to set up credentials as well. We'll go through that when we actually build a workflow. The next step would be for OpenAI to understand what the email is. So you go to OpenAI and then you search for message a model. You click on, well, you have to create credentials again. We'll go over how to create these credentials later. You select the model that you want to use. We're not seeing any models over here because we haven't added our credentials, but basically what you'll see over here is GPT 3.5, 4.5, 5 if it's available on the API right now. And you click save. You can add tools like a Google Sheet, for example, to reference while it's going through the data. So let's say the email said, hey, what is your price for a 20 people dinner on the 30th of August? If you have a Google Sheet with your pricing on there, it can reference that sheet and give it that response. It's not the best. For that purpose, you actually use something else, which is called a retrieval augmented generation response or a RAG-based chatbot, which we will also discuss. But for now, I think just stay with me. And the next step after that would be, again, Gmail, which is to create a draft. Create a draft where you put in the message. Now, inside this message section, you can actually select what OpenAI responded over here to give a specific response to a specific question or a contextually correct response to the customer's email. But that's not what we're talking about right now. It's basically to show you how the canvas works. We will talk about how to build these workflows. So, yeah, that's how the canvas works on n8n. It's not rocket science. But what I really want you to understand here is n8n can automate just about anything. You can create agents on n8n as well. But the only limitation to using tools like these are your own imagination. And I know that sounds really cliche, but the tool is only as good as you use it. For example, you can use it for creating a whole bunch of Instagram posts on autopilot. You can use it to create videos on autopilot. Everything has a cost associated to it, like because you're using APIs through n8n for these specific tools, but those APIs are usually they're sometimes expensive, they're sometimes very cheap, but so depending on your use case, this tool is going to be useful. One more thing that I wanted to show you is you go to overview, right? And that's basically, yeah, save. And that's basically where you see all of your workflows that you've created. We've created two so far. One is called Workflow 1 and the other is called My Workflow. Really creative, I know. And let's talk a little bit about credentials as well. When you go to this section over here which says Create Credential, this is where you will see all of the credentials that you have set up. We don't have any right now, but let me show you what these look like on my real n8n instance. Now, these are the actual credentials that I have on my real n8n account, which you notice over there, it says local host. It's locally hosted. I have my Google Drive attached. I have my Gmail attached. I have my Facebook Graph account attached, a Quadrant database, vector database, basically, and Olama for local LLM support. We'll talk about all of these things. Don't let it overwhelm you, okay? Relax. Sit in there. Let's leave it at that for now. Let's put a pin in it and come to the next video where we actually build a workflow. The workflow is going to solve a real-world problem. It's going to be useful. It's going to be longer than these videos. So grab a pencil, pen, notepad, popcorn, soda, water, whatever, and stick through the whole video, the next one as well. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video if you found it helpful, or if you, whatever, just please like this video. See you in the next one.